Well, folks, we officially did it. We've reached 86 Chick Hicks Dies memes. I know on the photo it says 87 Chick Hicks Dies memes, but we've reached the 86 mark, trust me. But I honestly never thought we would actually get this far, but hey, I guess when you find something that works, it works. So anyway, that's not why we're here gathered today. Even though the videos of the Chick Hicks Dies memes have drastically changed from the very first one to all the way to the one that's been one of the more recent ones, I still think that I should warrant a video like this for this series. I've decided to look through all 86 of the Chick Hicks Dies memes and pick 10 of them to determine which one is actually the best Chick Hicks Dies meme, that in my opinion. Don't worry, number 87, maybe next time. Alright, so before I start ranking these Chick Hicks Dies memes, I would like to clarify that I am very proud of every single one of these and every single one of the content creators that these guys have made. So if your entry does not end up being here, don't worry about it. But anyway, on with the countdown. Here are the top 10 Chick Hicks Dies memes that I myself am personally proud of the most.
Call my lawyer! And the tow truck!
Alright, so the number 10 entry was made by Sidewall fan number 74. And his Chick Hicks Dies meme involves Chick Hicks dies after he accidentally throws a tennis ball at Miss Fritter. So this ASMR is pretty simple. So, but yeah, but the main part is that it really made me laugh throughout the whole thing, and yeah, it's probably one of the most funny Chick Hicks Dies memes I've seen. And of course, a lot of these Chick Hicks Dies memes involve Chick just being involved in some sort of situation where he literally asked for it, and Miss Fritter is definitely that sort of character that would push someone out of the way if they did something mean to her or whatever, if that makes sense. But anyway, one thing I don't really care about this meme is that Chick and Jackson are on the same team, but then again, I'm not sure. I'm sure that they're here on a more certain circumstances, but I don't know really the words for it, but yeah. Also, I really like how Rosalina and Waluigi are on the same team here too, and of course I'm an avid shipper of Rosalina x Waluigi, so yeah. So yeah, this one was actually a pretty cool one to watch, and was his second Chick Hicks Dies meme that actually involved him using the Driven to Win voice clips, which I actually extracted myself and have the link for in a video of mine where I showcased the Driven to Win voice clips. Overall, I really like this meme, but there's plenty more that are better than this one. Alright, so in the number 9 spot, we have one of my girlfriend's personal favorite Chick Hicks Dies memes, Chick Hicks Dies from his personalized copy of Super Mario 64. So I'm pretty sure all of us are aware of every copy of Super Mario 64's personalized meme, right? Well, I've actually seen a Wario Dies meme based on, it's based off a different personalized Mario 64 video, which is the Wet Dry World Negative Aurora. This one is more or less based on the one where Mario BLJs in the 90s, before BLJs were even discovered or were common knowledge. So yeah, this video was obviously made by me, so I know what was going through my head and know what everything that went on when making this meme. Also, I think my girlfriend's, Misty's favorite part of this Chick Hicks Dies meme is the ending where I took a bit audio from The Incredibles Chick Hicks N64 literally just blew up. And I loved how I just called it the Ultra 64, like it was that was programmed in when the system was actually still called the Ultra 64. But I digress. This meme was actually really fun to make, and I really liked how Chick Hicks was interacting with the voice clips I had at the time, which was basically limited to Cars Racerama and Cars the video game. There was no other ones just yet. So yeah, this meme was pretty good, and it was definitely one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I can say that I'm definitely proud of this one. So number 8 is another Chick Hicks Dies meme made by myself, and that is Chick Hicks dies after Mater sends him flying during the first TROC race. This is of course obviously loosely based off of the ending of Cars 2, where they have the Rare Springs Grand Prix to determine who is the fastest racer, and Mater gets the rockets at the end of the movie, and he ends up partaking in the race with them. Not sure that's legal, but what you gonna do? So since Lightning McQueen died throughout the entirety of the Wizard's Gag Piss, I decided to have Chick Hicks take his place during this time. So because at this point, World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen has not yet reincarnated into Queenie's name like Rust, aka Rusty's Lightning McQueen. So this basically was another showcase of me using all the different World Grand Prix racer voices that I had access to. So yeah. So it just starts off Chick Hicks leading a normal race, and then all of a sudden, Rip Klutchgonski, voiced by none other than Michael's Fantastic Cars, gets flung up in the air and goes off to the moon, basically. So then of course Mater does the same thing that he does in Cars 2. Even the same soundtrack from the original scene actually shows up here. And then, of course, we all know that Chick Hicks eventually dies and gets flown off into space by Mater. So, yeah. So this meme I'm actually proud of, and I especially love the soundtrack of Cars 2, and of course some of the other soundtracks made by the same composer of that film. I can't pronounce his name, but yeah, he's pretty awesome. So. Yeah, I really like the soundtrack of Cars 2, and that helps me enjoy this meme even more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the number 7 entry is actually one of the most historic Chick Hicks Dies memes ever done. Why? Because this is actually the one that started it all. The very first Chick Hicks Dies meme. I decided to start with something simple because, I just wanted to get my bearings on how to make an ASMR. And I thought, alright, and then I decided to do a one where a certain car watches a female character take a shower. Or in this case, a car wash. So I've of course thought to myself, what character would most likely be some sort of pervert? My guess was Chick Hicks. So I went with Chick Hicks and try to make the whole ASMR plan out. And it actually turned out way better than I expected it to be. And little did I know that this would actually spark the beginning of the Chick Hicks Dies series. So this was the first Chick Hicks Dies meme I've ever done, and it still holds up today, and it's actually the most popular Chick Hicks Dies meme I've ever made. So, yeah, so that's something, I guess. So, overall, I'm very proud of this meme, and I'm glad that it kickstarted the franchise. Well, not really the franchise, but I meant the series. You know what I mean, at this point. Alright, so here's another ASMR made by Sidewall Shine fan number 74. And yeah, this one obviously involves a Chick Hicks and someone else dying, with in this case Bowser, or Bowser tries to do his usual thing of kidnapping Princess Peach and Chick Hicks kidnapping Sally, which he actually hasn't done before in any source of media. And yeah, so yeah, so of course at the end, McQueen and Mario ended up stopping them, and of course there was one time on a call where when this first came out, and Batty was and I were talking that maybe this was why we put Sally in failures in the Sheriff Wiki, and we just didn't really know it at the time, because Peach was in failures because she gets kidnapped all the time, and perhaps Sally was put in failures for the same reason. We just didn't really think about that. But anyway, but yeah, this ASMR was a pretty good one, and I hope to see more like it. And of course, this is one of the few Sidewall Shine Chick Hicks Dies memes actually is fittingly enough an MP4, and it actually matches the thing because it's multiple images and not just one. Alright, so here's another one of my girlfriend's personal favorite Chick Hicks Dies memes. This one is where Chick Hicks dies from the Buzz Apparition. Now this actually has quite a story behind it. Well, the Buzz Apparition basically has a story behind it. So the Buzz head itself actually comes from an old Lego Buzz Lightyear set, and a Toy Story set that allows you to build your own Buzz Lightyear out of Legos. And I got this in 2010. In fact, I know for a fact it was from 2010 because I got this at my birthday in 2010, because Toy Story 3 was coming out around that time, and I got a lot of Toy Story stuff back then. So of course it would only make, and of course I have this the Buzz head from that Lego set, and I thought I would put that in eliminations. And then I put in more eliminations, and then and then later on we just dubbed it as the Buzz Lightyear Apparition, loosely based of the Wario Apparition from the previously mentioned every copy of Super Mario 64 is personalized, and of course in this case will be every copy of Toy Story the video game for Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo is personalized. It's primarily the Super Nintendo version because I had to come up with a reason why the Super Nintendo version is the most unpolished out of the two versions. Since the Super Nintendo version doesn't even have the main theme from the movie, which is You Got a Friend in Me. But anyway, so this is of course a simple ASMR where Chick Hicks just dies from the Buzz Apparition. And normally it would be Woody, but it had to be Chick Hicks in this case. So... Alright, so fourth place is actually probably the biggest Chick Hicks Dies meme that I've done. That has actually ever been done so far. It's not actually my meme, it's Superbaddy4's meme. This is basically the Superior Christmas special of Chick Hicks Dies meme. Not only that it's one of the biggest ones, it's also actually based off of a real thing that happened in the Cars continuity, where Chick Hicks and the Delinquent Road Hazards were trying to ruin Christmas. And of course, in case you don't know, the DRH is basically consists of Boost, Wingo, DJ, and Snotrod. You know those guys. Anyway, so each member of the Delinquent Road Hazards, they take in different missions trying to ruin Christmas, but all of them fail. And then at the end, every single character that was tormented by the DRH comes and finds Chick Hicks, and they beat the living crap out of him. So yeah, I just gave a 1 minute summary of the Superior Chick Hicks Dies Christmas special. So yeah, in case you're wondering, the book that was referencing this ASMR was the book Mater Saves Christmas. And that's where the legendary Santa car originates from too. So, yeah. So yeah, this ASMR was definitely a blast to listen to, especially with DJ Rick rolling, Crippler, Vince, and Barry. That was also a really good part of it. So that's all I have to say about this ASMR. It's pretty good, and it will be a classic. Alright, so taking the bronze spot is Wario, Waluigi, Chick Hicks, and DRH Die by going back in time and altering the past. So, yeah, so this one involves time travel. And of course, if you ever watched Doctor Who, you would know that there are certain fixed points in time. And if you do that, there'll be major consequences. But I would never imagine that the consequences would involve you literally being altered yourself. I mean, I guess the Loudred I could understand, and probably same for Chick Hicks, since from what I understand, they actually existed before the Whismer actually did exist. But Wario and Waluigi, they actually existed before the Whismer, but obviously that will in the ASMRs we would throw all logic out the window, because obviously. Well, there's no logic in these ASMRs because because most of the female characters actually have wings, so yeah, so these ASMRs are not really that realistic, honestly. But anyway, yeah, this ASMR is pretty legendary with a bunch of the cursed images that Batty had for their alternate forms after they altered the past, and of course they all died at the end. And of course, this is one of the very few ASMRs where Chick Hicks actually uses his Disney Infinity version of "Call my lawyer" and a tow truck. And yeah, so this ASMR is obviously of third place and one of my favorites. Alright, so this is my personal favorite ASMR that Superbaddy4 has done in thus far. And this is Chick Hicks Dies after no clipping in the Backrooms. And when I first saw this, I was actually surprised on who the monster was, which turned out to be Demented Luigi. So, yeah. This ASMR was basically so widespread that some people from, someone from Colin Joe's server actually shared this in the videos channel on Colin Joe's server, and Colin Joe obviously wasn't on the share server at the time, but obviously he is now, so yeah. Anyway, so and obviously here Callum, one of the Cars modders on the Cars modding server, actually managed to comment on this ASMR, and the comment being Scary Dog versus the Spooky Luigi win or whatever. But at any rate, this this of course marks the first time Superbaddy4 actually used the Racerama quotes for Chick Hicks. And yeah, so I used the Racerama quotes personally a lot in my ASMRs. I feel like that they basically fit the most. Of course, yeah. So yeah. Chick Hicks Dies after no clipping in the Backrooms is an instant classic and is definitely my favorite one. So, with this being my favorite Superbaddy4 Chick Hicks Dies ASMR, what could possibly be number one? Well, you'll find out soon, right now. Okay, just to be clear, I'm not trying to be egotistical by putting my own favorite Chick Hicks Dies ASMR, my own ASMR. It's just that this ASMR, it actually is the one that I'm actually the most proud of. and the one that I really want to watch over and over again. So, well, over and over again the most. And the reason why I picked this waiting ASMR over the other ones, well, the other two ones, the first one being a Chick Hicks Rick Rolls McQueen's wedding, and the other one being him, Cletus, and Aikens pulling a case episode 38 thing. But I feel like this one is basically the better wedding ASMR. And this one's definitely miles better than my first one. And it has a lot more characters and a lot more hilarity to it, if that's even a word. But this ASMR, it actually has a very good origin story. This actually originates from my first ever elimination series I ever done on the channel, where Boost actually does read Sonic fanfiction. Is actually the same lines from this one, which is actually directly from SMG4's Mario and Sonic the Prank War video, where Sonic actually reads the same exact lines from the Sonic fanfiction section. So anyway, so yeah, this one is actually this is actually my favorite Chick Hicks Dies ASMR, and I feel like this one is probably the reason why I really like this is better. That is probably because I don't really find the case bigger, but actually the case episode 38 gag funny, like probably at all. But I feel like that I did this a whole lot better than my first wedding ASMR. So it also has my OTP ship, which is Daisy X Luigi. So yeah, it's good. And yeah. Alright, so that's about wraps it up for all the Chick Hicks Dies memes that I've done so far, and my top 10 favorites. Don't worry, I'll do a lot more Chick Hicks Dies memes in the future. There will be plenty more. Just stay tuned for all those Chick Hicks Dies memes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next ASMR. Goodbye.